Welcome back to another video. I'm Nate Hogan. Today we got another banger for you, the power of visualization. This is one of the most important topics I could ever go over, because if you are not visualizing, you are not creating. You need to think, you need to create, you need to imagine, and then you need to take action. It all starts in your mind. So I'm going to show you how to harness that power, harness the power of your imagination so you can visualize the life you want to live and ultimately create it in the physical world. Guys, this is probably the most exciting topic, because when you understand the power of this, that is when you truly can take control of your life. That is when you truly can create any life you want to live. And you realize that everything's here. Everything's possible. Anything is possible. There's no limits to this life. The only limits are the ones you put on yourself through your perception, through your reason, through your mental faculties, which you can train. So without further ado, I need to make a video on that, actually, on the mental faculties, how you can train them and how that impacts your success. But anyways, let's get into this video. This is the power of visualization, guys. Visualization is the key to success. If you are not visualizing, you are not creating, you are not going to be successful. If you are just living by your physical world, if you are living by the physical results, you're never going to change. You're going to live the same life every single day. Sorry, this is probably my favorite topic I could ever go over, but let's get into this. So first things first, visualization is crucial when it comes to transformation. You need to see yourself as the person you want to be. You need to imagine yourself living the life you want to live. You have to put yourself in these shoes, live in that frequency, live on that vibration if you want that to be your present reality in the physical world. And I've had other videos talking about frequency, talking about vibration, talking about the law of attraction, talking about all this stuff. So please watch all my videos. This stuff is gold. I'm giving all this information for free, so don't sleep on it, but let's keep going through this. This is so important. And like Bob Proctor said, if you can see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand. Thoughts become things, right? If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand, because your thoughts send out the energy, which puts you on the frequency, which attracts what you want to attract. So you see it in your mind, you attract it into your life, you will hold it in your hand. And I know I'm going crazy. I know I'm all over the place, but this is literally the most exciting topic, because your imagination is just as real as the physical world. And whatever you imagine and you hold in that image in your mind over and over and over all day, every day, you will move that into form, and you will realize how fast things can change, how fast you can live your dream life, how fast you can create the success you want, or how fast you can create those vacations, whatever it is, whatever you're going after. But you will be amazed, because in the quantum world, in the world of imagination, in the spiritual world, there is no time. There is no time, so it doesn't matter, whatever's realistic right now, whatever seems like it's going to take 3 years, 5 years, it doesn't matter. Close your eyes, think about it. It is already done. I don't care if you think, oh, well, I could probably make $1 million in the next 5 years. Why? You close your eyes, make $1 million right now. You don't need any new skills. You don't need anything. You can close your eyes and all of a sudden you're a millionaire, right? So if you continue to do that every single day and you're holding this image in your mind, what makes you think it's not going to move into form, right? You need to harness this power. This is crazy. This is the God-given abilities that we have, and 99% of the population doesn't ever use it, not even for a single day. So, and if they do use it, it's probably for negative situations. They're thinking about all the bad things that can happen. They're imagining the worst case scenarios. They're imagining, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this happens? No, what if you imagine the good? Bring the good energy. And I'm going to get into what the impact that this has, but I just don't think people understand the power of this, because your thoughts literally determine your entire life. Your entire life is determined by your thoughts. The way you think, your thought habits, your beliefs, your perception, your will, your reason. All of this is what controls your life. Okay, because we are first spiritual and then we are physical. So everything that happens in the spiritual world manifests through its polar opposite, which is the physical world. So if you can see it in your mind, that is a spiritual world, and you hold that in your mind, you are tapping into that with your intellectual faculties, right? It goes physical, intellectual faculties, spiritual. Your intellectual faculties are what connect you. Sorry, I had a mind fart, but your intellectual faculties are what connect you to the spiritual world, right? We're down here, intellect is here, spiritual is here. So if you're thinking down here, you're living in the physical world, you're never going to change. You're going to live the same life over and over and over and over. But you use your intellectual faculties, and that puts you at this frequency, and then you can hop onto whatever frequency you want in the spiritual world, and now you live in that frequency, and this will move into your physical world. That is how it works. Everything is connected. All frequencies are connected. There is no line of demarcation. It's like the colors of a rainbow. I don't think you guys understand how crazy this is. Sorry, this literally, oh my gosh. Okay, so thoughts send out ripples of energy. Think of it like skipping a rock in the water, right? You throw the rock in and you can see the way it sends the ripples out. Okay, now think about if you're throwing rocks all day long, over and over and over. Do you know how much you are changing the tide, how much you are changing the waves, right? You're changing the patterns. You're forming reality to your new thoughts, your new beliefs, because we have the power to shape the life that we live. And your thoughts are what do that. Your thoughts are one of the most powerful forms of energy. They are so powerful. They are so strong. They have so much energy. And you send out these frequencies, right? You're emitting this energy. If you took a picture of yourself, there's cameras that show the amount of energy that is moving out of your body at all times because you are just a massive energy. You are a walking ball of energy. And when you realize this and you understand that you can send off this energy and put yourself on this vibration where you're on this frequency, where you're attracting things on that level, you will realize that the possibilities are endless in this life. They are endless. You can do anything. You can live any life. And people say, I don't have enough energy. Well, guess what? You are energy. You're made of energy. So if you don't have energy, that's not the problem. You don't have a desire. You need to unlock a desire to unlock the energy, right? You have a flight at 4 a.m. to go to Hawaii. All of a sudden, you have energy. You can wake up for that 2 or 3 a.m. alarm. But you wake up at 4 a.m. to go to the gym, you snooze your alarm. What is it? Desire. You don't have a desire. You have to create the desire, which will give you the energy, which will create the fact. It all starts in the mind. Everything is in the mind because you are on that frequency, right? If you wake up in the morning and you're thinking about how you're changing your life, how you're going to be, how you live this new life. Yeah, it's not in the physical world, but if you wake up thinking about the life you're going to be living, guess what? It is so easy to get up in the morning. I promise you. It is so easy to wake up in the morning when you are thinking about where you are headed, when you are thinking about the life that you are going to be living. You just have to unlock that desire, that passion. You have to do something you love every single day. You have to want to do it every single day because the more you love something, the more you put your energy into it, your focus into it, the more it will grow, the more you think of it like watering a plant. If you love your business, if you love what you do, you're watering it every single day. If you hate it, you're poisoning it every single day. So you need to really love what you do. You need to find what you love, create a desire to grow, create a desire to be the best you can be. I want to be the best I can in this business, right? I want to help as many people as I can. I want to make as many productive videos as possible to help as many people as I physically can. I want to help, right? Give. So many people worry about get. Getting is not the starting point, it's giving, right? I'm here to give. I'm here to give you guys all the information, all the knowledge I can to help as many people as I can. I know I'll be reciprocated in the future, but I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how, but I know it's coming. So all I'm worried about is how I can help as many people as possible. And I know the number one thing that people need to understand is the power of your mind. And I know it sounds cringy. Everyone talks about, it's all about the mindset. It's all about the mindset. And people just undermine that because, they've heard that since they were a kid. Well, guess what? It's true. It is all about the mindset. It's all about your belief because the belief creates the fact. And I'm sorry, I'm talking at 100 miles per hour. I had a Starbucks coffee because it's my birthday, so I got a free coffee. But I didn't feel like telling them it was my birthday to get a free coffee, so I paid for it. Don't know why. I feel weird asking for stuff. Anyways, let's get on to the next thing. But like it says here, the law of cause and effect. If you are sending out positive energy, if you are sending out positive thoughts, if you are sending out thoughts of belief, of expectation, of the good that you desire, you are receiving all of that back. Everything you're sending out, you're getting back. You put in a lot, you get back a lot. You put in a little, you get back a little, right? You determine your life. You determine what you get by what you give. So if you are constantly putting out good thoughts, good energy, good frequencies, good vibrations, good expectations, if you're constantly on this positive vibration, on a positive frequency, and people know when you are because they can feel it, people can feel the positivity around you, you are going to reciprocate. You're going to bring in all of that like nature because everything must reciprocate. And like nature, you send out negative thoughts, you're going to get negative thoughts. I promise. Sorry. So next, your subconscious mind does not know the difference between what is imagined, and I'm going to dive into that a little further, but what is imagined versus what actually takes place in the physical world. Now, I'm not saying what you imagine briefly. It has to be a legit imagination. You have to feel like you're in that place. You need to feel the emotions. You need to smell the smells. You need to fill all of your senses with what you would be feeling if you were actually living in that situation. And your subconscious mind, right, the mind that controls your reality does not know the difference. It does not know the difference between what is happening in that imagination versus what you are actually doing in the physical world. That is why this is so important, because you can be living the life you want to live right now. You can be living your dream life right now in the spiritual world, and your subconscious mind has no clue that that's not actually taking place. So if you're telling me, if you're constantly visualizing, if you're constantly in this space where you're living your dream life and your mind thinks this is real, you're telling me that is not going to become your physical reality? It is. That's the way it works, right? Because if you are living in your little bubble, in your fantasy land, in your world, in your mind, and you're living your dream life, and you're doing the things you want to do, and you're thinking the thoughts you need to think, you're telling me that everything's not going to move into physical form? Because the spiritual world manifests through the physical. We already went over that. Everything's connected, right? So if you are constantly living in this bubble in your mind, if you're visualizing yourself living the life you want to live, it is moving into form. You're using your intellectual faculties to tap into the spiritual world and bring it into the physical world. And people don't understand the power of this. People are imagining all the bad things and they're wondering why bad things happen. Well, because you're bringing that into form. You're using your intellectual faculties to bring the spiritual world of negativity into the physical world. But you can use that for good just as easily. Just as easily. It's hard. A lot of times, you're negatively trained. You already have a negative mind. It's hard to think about the good situations. It's hard to think about the best in every situation. But I promise you, it's possible. And when you are a positive person, when you are thinking in positive frequencies, you will live the life that you desire. Because you understand, through understanding of all of this, you will realize that anything is possible. And that you ultimately are the reason for everything that happens in your life. Everything bad that happens, everything the good that happens. You ultimately create every situation in your mind. And your life is a direct reflection of your life, of your mind, of your thoughts. So this is why it is so important to see the good and even the worst of situations. If you are a negative person, if you are thinking negative thoughts, if you are getting doubtful, if you think that, you're not worth anything, you can't make millions, you can't be famous, whatever it is, if you think you can't, you're right. Because you create your limits. Your mind, your perception, your reasoning, that is what creates your limits. And you can change this. You can adjust these limits. You can train your mind to think new limits are the reality, right? When I first started this, a couple months ago, when I started, actually researching the way things work and how, all this stuff, I set the goal to make $100,000 a month. And when I first wrote that goal, I was like, this is ridiculous. I was like, this is a stupid amount of money. How am I ever going to do this, right? I was like, it was almost comical when I would read it. I'd be like, how, right? Guess what? It's been a few months, right, of training my mind. I have come up with multiple ways to get me there, right? I am now on the path to get there. Am I there right now? No, absolutely not. But am I doing things every single day? Am I changing my behavior and my actions to get me there, to get me closer? Yes, every single day. I have found new opportunities to have income, right? I have completely shifted my reality. I was on this path and now I'm on this path, headed there. It's only a matter of time before I make $100,000 a month, right? In the spiritual world, I'm already making $100,000 a month. I'm already a millionaire in the spiritual world. It's just a matter of time before time picks up, because there is no time in the spiritual world, but it takes time for it to manifest in the physical world because of the law of gestation, right? Everything has a gestation or incubation period. I'm sorry, I'm just going off, but this is just insane. So your negative thoughts must also be reciprocated with like energy. All your thoughts are reciprocated with like energy. You are taking on what you are putting off. So if you're putting off good energy, good vibes, you are going to bring that on. I already went over this. But positive thoughts overcome all negative thoughts. If you're going through a time where you're in a bad mood, you're having negative thoughts, it's because you're holding a negative image in your mind, right? You stub your toe. Now you're grumpy all day. It's because you're constantly thinking about your stupid toe. But you have the power to lift yourself out of this vibration because your positive thoughts overpower all negativity. So you start holding a good image. Start thinking of what you want. Start thinking about something good, even if it's just thinking about the beach in Hawaii. You hold this image in your mind for long enough, you will alter your vibration and you will stay in that vibration and you will attract good things into your life. Never live another bad day in your life. You have no reason. You are the only reason you'll ever have a bad day because you are allowing yourself to think bad thoughts. You can't say someone put you in a bad mood. You put you in a bad mood. You put yourself in the exact situation you're in. Stop blaming other people. Like Bob Proctor said, if you blame other people for your problems, you're going to have to send the whole world to the psychiatrist. And that is not happening. Let me tell you, that is not going to happen. You're not going to get away with that. So you need to start taking accountability for your problems. Start taking accountability for the things you are dissatisfied with. Be dissatisfied. Get angry with your life and change. Make change, right? Your first initiation, your initial breakthrough needs to be from dissatisfaction. You need to be so disgusted with yourself. See yourself living that dream life and be disgusted you aren't living that life. Get motivated, hold on to that motivation, and then make a committed decision. You are not going back. I am not going back to my old ways. I am not going to live my old life. I am not making my old amount of money. I'm not living where I used to live. Decide right now that you are not going to live that life. You are not. You are better than that. You are God's greatest creation. You are created in God's image. You have spiritual perfection within you, seeking expression with and through you. So stop telling yourself you can't do this or you can't do that, because you can do anything. You can harness the power that God has given you, the creative abilities that God used to create this earth. You have within you. Use them. But I'm out of time. I got to run, but seriously, I'm probably going to make another video, more and more videos about the mind and the power of visualization, because this is probably the craziest part of success. You have to visualize. You have to be a visualizer. You have to visioneer. You have to constantly be seeing yourself. And I'm going to go through another video kind of on how to visualize, how to actually practice this, what I have found to be most effective, and how you can take advantage of the visualization. Because I promise you, you start thinking, you hold that image in your mind, you start moving in that direction. You are pulled in that direction. I've felt it. I promise you, it's real. If you are holding an image in your mind, you are moving. Thoughts are movement, and you will move with your thoughts. So if you are thinking about the life you're going to live, you are moving that direction. You will have these bridge of incidences. All these events will pop up that move you in that direction. So you have to hold this image in your mind and hold it through. Use your will to hold it all day long and move in that direction. And I don't care about any circumstance. I don't care what happened yesterday. I don't care what's supposed to happen tomorrow. Every day is a new page. So just remember, you are God's greatest creation. You were created in God's image. You have spiritual perfection within you. You can achieve anything you can hold in your mind, you will hold in your hand. You just have to hold it. Use your willpower, use your mental faculties, use your imagination to create your own reality. And you can shape this world to be whatever life you want it to be. So we'll be back tomorrow with another video. I hope you guys all have a great day. If you have any video recommendations, leave it in the comments below. And if you are interested in one-on-one coaching, DM me on Instagram at Nate Hogue, 2 E's and 2 G's, and we'll get on a call and make sure that this is the right fit for you. I'm here to hold you accountable. I'm not here to give you information. I give the information for free. I'm here to help you apply this information and hold you accountable to actually changing your life so you can truly live the life that you desire. So make sure to tune in tomorrow for another video. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.